RCA Victor and its dealers present Bert Tillstrom, creator of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kuklapolitan players, with Fran Allison in Kukla, Fran and Ollie.
Hello, 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 hello. Jack, would you mind, please? Hello, hello, hello. 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 It's funny, I was just talking to him. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Beulah's been playing around with the switchboard lately. It might be that she switched it again. Hello, hello. The last time we did this, the voice came through the speaking end. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. 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 Fran?
Yes,
Would you come here, please, dear?
sure.
I need your help. We're having trouble.
Who are you calling?
Well, you know that conversation I was having about the audio this afternoon that didn't
Well, guess what finally happened?
No, I don't know. I was just talking to the engineering department, and suddenly there was a click, click, and I can't get that. Now, see if you would you hold on to it, and I'll click it. See. Does it make any sound at all?
No, try it once more. Woo!
Oh. Wait, well, let me trace the wires down, Fran.
Hello? Hello?
Fran! Fran!
Yes?
No wonder.
What's the matter? Cut.
The
No,
wires have
not
been
cut, pulled. Wouldn't you say? Undone.
Undone, and I'm undone.
Well, my goodness. Well, exactly what report did you get?
I knew we shouldn't have gone away, you and I, this afternoon.
Well,
I knew we should have stayed right here in this
Oh, we don't leave very often. I thought it was all right to take the afternoon
I
off.
thought it was, too. I had such a good time, but it just shows that we can't shirk our responsibilities, Fran.
Well, no, I don't want to either. Exactly how do we stand on this matter now? What is the final report?
Well, I got through to the engineering department. Well, you know the note that was on the desk when we came in.
Yes.
It said that somewhere along the line, the audio lines had failed this afternoon when Fletcher and all the rest of them were doing that special little kinescope recording.
Yes.
Maybe I better explain it to the folks at home. You see, I'm sorry that you got in for this today because it might be unpleasant. But this afternoon, Fletcher Rabbit and several of the Kuklapolitan group, not including Fran and me, of course, pardon me, a frog, from saying hello so many times.
Yes, well, it'll do.
They have made they did a special little show, which was sent over the coaxial cable to New York to be put on kinescope film for recording purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this, during that time, as I understand it, there's this note that was on, it was an anonymous note, too.
An anonymous note.
Yes, it was anonymous. It was just printed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It was cut out of the newspaper and printed.
It was?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There's something very sinister about this.
Well,
Now,
yes,
what
I
can
think
it
so,
be?
too. I don't know. And this note said that the audio part of the show, that is the voice part, the sound part, did not get through to New York due to some unknown and mysterious reason, some mishap in the engineering department. And so I was just now talking to the engineering department to find out exactly whether they had found anything out or not. I did get through at first, and they said they had not been able to trace it down, but somewhere along the line something hadn't been patched in. And just as they got to the word in, I heard this click, you see.
And you heard nothing more?
And nothing more until you heard that loud noise.
Well, I have just this to say, Kukla. I think in an instance like this, we really should get to the bottom of it.
I do, too.
And find out where the failure is. After all, everyone has his or her job to do and should discharge that particular obligation.
Oh, I don't want to fire anybody.
Well, I don't either, but I think we should take caution and just simply find out where the failure lies.
Well, we've got to, because otherwise that sort of thing might happen again, and it would be a pretty terrible thing.
Now, we are
responsibility.
of the people involved in this operation.
Well, all I know is that you and I were out this afternoon, and I know that, we had nothing to do with it. I can vouch for you, you can vouch for me.
Well, yes, of course. Well, now, do we assume or do we know Who was here this afternoon?
We don't know.
We don't know.
I think you and I ought to have a little investigating committee
All right.
and investigate this entire thing right here.
Well, that'll be fine.
I hate to do this.
Now, can I get any material from the engineering department, any notes or records of previous activities?
Well, I think they have a new file on this case. As a matter of fact, I saw them bring it in. It's about 6 foot high, and it takes up the whole wall space in your room. I'm awfully sorry.
Well, then they've certainly gone to great lengths to discover the reason for this.
Yes, well, I think they're just reports. I don't think anything. But if you want to, I would suggest looking in under, well, now let me see. What would be a good place? Not audio. What would be a good place for?
Silence.
Silence. Look under silence.
All right, well, that's what I'll do. I'll
Yeah.
go and check the file.
All right, and I'm going. We'll just have this. I hate to do this on television, but then I think it might be a very interesting thing. Then you can see how we Kukla work. A very interesting thing. And you, Fran, I have a pencil here if you'd like to take notes. You and I can conduct this thing together. I better get a pencil and pad, too.
All right.
I have a pad, please. By the way, Monsieur Joseph, where were you this afternoon? He couldn't answer. His mouth was full.
Oh?
Bonbons. Fran, here's a pad for you. You have your own pencil?
Well, I'm in the file right now,
Oh,
and I
pardon
can
me.
get a pencil. I
Here's a
presume.
pencil right here for you, dear.
Thank you.
Did you find what you want yet?
Well, I have some material. Now, where do we start?
Well, let's just call people up.
All right.
Hi, kids. What's been going on?
Ah!
Heavens, where were you?
Hmm?
What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
Well, that headdress, what kind of a thing is
Oh,
that,
is that
Ollie?
cute? It's Dolores's.
Well, what are you doing with it on?
Well, it fit me better than it fit Dolores.
Well, I don't think it's your type, Ollie.
I like to try everything like that.
Who said it?
Well, I couldn't find out. There was no name on it, but I think it's so attractive.
Well, it is attractive, but I just
Isn't it
don't
nice?
think it represents a...
I might wear it to Dave Garraway's party tomorrow night.
You might.
Yeah, I think. Did you know he's celebrating his 2nd year on the air
Yes,
tomorrow night?
it doesn't seem that long.
Doesn't seem that long at all.
Mm-mm.
No, it just doesn't seem that long, does it?
We all going to the party?
I'm going. What's with Junior here?
Oh, I
What's with
forgot.
Master Pert? He has a new frown line.
Well, we have a very serious matter. Were you...
You don't know what to wear tomorrow night for the party.
Oh, I know what to wear, all right.
Oh.
This is something which happened this afternoon. As you may be aware, Kukla and I were not here this afternoon.
We're having an investigating committee.
Uh-oh, no, sir. The only thing you can show is my tooth.
Oh, now you come here. Come here, Ollie.
No, sir, no. If I'm going to be caught, yeah,
We're going to just ask some questions.
no, I have to talk to my lawyer first.
Who's your lawyer?
I don't know, but I'm going to
This
find
is a
one.
very simple thing. You
You
don't
better
have to...
start with Jack.
Well, shall we start with Jack?
All right.
Mr. Fashionado,
Yes, Miss Alice.
would you step over to the side and take the oath, please?
Are we going to take the oath?
Well, I think you should.
Everybody tells the truth in Kukla players. Most of the time, anyway.
Well, just to be doubly sure.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Would you care to ask the first question?
Did Linwood swear him in?
I don't know. There's some little man over there.
Linwood he hasn't been sworn in himself, so how can... Oh, heavens, we start that
Well, let's
one.
just get on
We
with
can't
the
be
thing.
doubting everybody. All right.
Would you care to ask the first question?
Were you here at the studio this afternoon, Mr. Fashionado, when this, occurrence occurred?
I was at home tuning the piano, Kukla.
Again?
Again, I have witnesses,
You have witnesses.
the neighbors.
Uh-huh.
I see.
Would you care to name one of your witnesses that we can call?
Yes, my daughter, Tony.
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 She went over to the neighbors.
Then she was not there when you were
heard
actually tuning the piano.
She heard you, but
She heard.
But she
somebody else...
didn't know that you were actually tuning the piano.
That's right. You phrased that well.
She assumed such.
Mm-hmm. She assumed on an assumption is not what
An
we
assumption
want.
is not what we are after.
No.
We are after exact facts.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, can you produce someone who will testify to the fact that you tuned the piano?
My
afternoon.
other daughter, Tina, was helping me.
Your other daughter was helping you.
That's correct.
Well, then she's an accomplice after the fact, isn't she?
Well, I suppose so. I don't know. But we can
Let's
check
try
up on her
yourself.
later. Now, who was here? Who was on the show at the time when the audio failed?
Well, that's what I don't know because I wasn't here.
Linwood, who was it? Do you know?
I think it was Fletcher.
Fletcher Rabbit.
Well, let's
Good.
call Fletcher Rabbit.
Fletcher Rabbit. Please come to the stand.
Hello there. How's every little thing?
for having an investigation.
Oh, dear me, sir. Us too?
No.
Fletcher,
Hmm?
we find on word from and advice from the engineering department that certain operations scheduled to take place this afternoon did not work out to the best possible advantage. There was a failure somewhere, and...
Oh, yes. Oh, dear me, sir. Yes, that was a... It did. Oh, it was a terrible thing, and no one has... has anyone found out what caused it as yet?
Would you just repeat the circumstances to the best of your recollection?
In your own words. Well,
In your own words.
you think that's wise, Fran?
Well, let's see how we can always stop. We be as brief as possible.
Aren't I always? Well, sir, when I woke up this morning, I knew that today was the day when I was going to do this particular kinescope recording. And so I felt quite a cheer in my heart because I knew that I would get down in time to see my guppies, Gwendolyn, Gregory, Geraldine. Well, you know the rest of them.
Well, now, Fletcher, let us get a little more to the point. You then were aware of engaging in some such operation this afternoon.
Yes, I was. I was told by Beulah Witch to be down...
Beulah Witch!
Oh, Beulah Witch was then here.
Oh, yes, Miss Witch was here. She was working in the engineering department.
Was Miss Witch in plain sight at all times?
Oh, that's rich. You know Miss Witch.
She was not then, you could not account for all her activities during the period of
I
operation.
refuse to answer that question because it tends to incriminate Beulah Witch.
That has nothing to do with it.
Well, all right.
You might be incriminating yourself.
Oh, dear me, says no. Well, I was going along with my speech, and everything seemed all right. Believe me, everything seemed all right. Linwood was out here, and they all...
Oh, Linwood.
Yeah, oh, yes, he was here, and everyone was in control room, the boom boy. It was just like always, you know. And I finished, and I said, well, how did that go?
Please, Fletcher, let us not get emotional.
Well, I
about
can't
this.
help it. It was such a hysterical...
Let us confine our statements to...
Well, the way
mere
you're
facts.
phrasing the questions, it's making me...
Now, see here, be careful. Let's have order here. Order.
It is just then possible, is it not, that you were a little upset and perhaps...
well, I was upset because when I got off the air, they said you haven't been on. Well, that's a horrible thing to say to anybody. It's disillusioning.
Because, to the best of your knowledge, you were on.
To the best of my knowledge, I was on.
Well,
All
thank
right.
you very much.
Thank you. Is that all now?
That's all just at this particular point.
Oh, dear me, Suz, I do hope that you really trace it all down. This is getting so hysterical, isn't it?
Get down.
No.
Let me
Where
see.
are we
We ought
up
to ask
until now?
Beulah Witch, I think. I don't know whether she's around.
Well, let's call her and
Miss Witch! Miss Beulah Witch! Miss Beulah Witch! Did you call?
yes, Beulah.
Well, that's nice.
We understand that this afternoon.
What's it?
This is a report.
Uh-oh.
We understand this afternoon's operation did not go through as scheduled. That there was, what are you doing, Beulah?
Why, there's a little speck here on the backdrop.
Well, I don't think we're interested in...
Hair looks lovely today. How
Thank
did you
you.
do it?
I just did it.
Oh, that's nice. I love those shirts on you, Francis.
Thank you very
They're
much.
lovely.
Thank you.
Beulah, please. Say, aren't you looking fine today, Junior?
Beulah,
We'd like you to testify, please. Testify?
Yes.
We're trying to find out what happened to the audio this afternoon on the show and why it didn't get through.
well, someone is to be held accountable, and we don't want to blame the wrong person.
I have to go and talk to the engineers first. We have a code, we engineers.
Can you arrange to be back, say...
I'm not
very-
properly dressed for this interview. You'll have to excuse me.
Beulah, in this case, it is still the sound we're interested in. We really don't care about how you look.
Well, I care how I look. This is going into millions of homes everywhere, and I want to be seen to my best advantage. Well,
Well, I guess you can't make mistakes. You won't stay.
Ollie never did. He never did testify, did he?
No, he didn't. Let's just call him back.
Ollie,
Hmm?
Ollie, listen, will you come up?
I can't come up right now.
Why?
I'm working on something.
Ollie, this is very
If he's ordered
serious.
to appear, he has to appear, doesn't he?
Nobody's going to get blamed or anything. We just want to find out how it happened so that we could not have it happen again.
Well, I wasn't around.
What do you mean?
I just wasn't around, that's all.
If you were not here, you must have been there. Now,
I mean,
where-
I wasn't around where the show was.
Well, could you tell us where you were?
Yes, I can.
Well, that's all we ask.
But I don't want to.
Well, we're asking you to help us now.
We need your help.
It was a surprise. I was listening to some records.
Just listening?
No, not just listening.
Just any record?
No, not just any record.
What record?
They were RCA Victor records.
Well, that
That's good.
makes them highly specialized to begin with.
Any
RCA
special RCA
Victor.
Victor records?
Yes.
Tell us which one.
Well, do I have to?
I think
Yes.
you better.
But it'll spoil everything.
I don't think it'll spoil anything. I'm always very interested to hear about RCA Victor records.
Well, it was a surprise. Oh, all right, you may as well know it. I was practicing a ballet. I just received Margaret Truman's new RCA Victor record album, American Song.
Do you have that? You have that?
Yes, it just came a little while ago, you know, with the Robert Shaw chorale in it, and the Robert Shaw's conducting, too, you know.
You were listening?
Yeah, I was listening. Oh, it's such a wonderful
Well, tell me
song.
about it.
Well, there's one particular song that I love very much. I like them all, as a matter of fact. But this particular song was by Francis Hopkinson. He's the first American composer of art songs, and he was the signer of the Declaration of Independence.
He
The
was?
what?
You know, after the American Revolution.
Oh, Ollie, Revolution.
That's what it said. And
Well,
this
go
song that I was working on a ballet to was dedicated to George Washington in 1788.
You don't tell me.
Yes, and Margaret Truman recorded for RCA Victor, and I was listening to it, and I was working on this ballet, and now you've spoiled the whole thing.
Oh, we haven't at all spoiled.
You
I'm
have
very
to, because I was going to do it, especially for Margaret, and then I was going to have a little talk with her on the telephone.
Oh, what?
Well, I figured, you see, I wanted her to speak to her father for me.
Oh,
Oh, what?
Well, last week, I paid my income tax,
mm-hmm.
and I was wondering when they'd have my room ready at the White House.
Your
Oh.
room ready?
Yeah, I had paid for it.
Oh, Ollie, that's
Ollie!
ridiculous. But I do want to hear about the records. Now, come on.
Well, I haven't completely practiced it yet. I listened to the record several times. Here's the album. Give me a hand, Coop.
Well, if you'd care to submit it as evidence of what you were doing. Oh, isn't that nicely done?
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
She's a sweet girl.
She is indeed.
She is a lovely girl. Well, I'll tell you what. I have a costume and everything. I'll play. If you want to see what I was really doing, I will play this record. If you will announce it for me.
Oh, which one is it? Okay.
I'll get my costume.
You going to announce it?
Well, I guess so. Do you suppose it's all right to...
Well, I think so. We can just take a brief recess.
I think so.
Well, fine.
Oliver Dragon will now dance an interpretive dance with My Love Is Gone to Sea by Francis Hopkinson as recorded by Margaret Truman on RCA Victor.
My love is gone to sea, while I his absence mourn. No joy shall smile on me until my love return.
to work out some more steps to it and some different things. Did you like it?
I think it's very lovely. It's a beautiful song.
I like the way Margaret sings it, too.
Very lovely. Well, I guess that, without doubt, takes you away from the scene of the audio business. And by the way, we have to find out who cut the telephone.
Was it cut?
Well, it was pulled out by the roots.
Pity.
Fran?
Yes?
Don't like the way he said pity.
You think there was an undercurrent of something deeper there?
There was an ominous tone or
There
something.
may well have been. Well, do you suppose Beulah's ready to testify?
Well, I was going to ask Madame Oglepus, but I realized that we did see her this afternoon with Colonel Cracky walking down the boulevard.
Oh, I think she was not here at all
She
at that
wasn't
time.
here.
I'm pretty sure.
I just wonder who could have done the telephone thing, too. That bothers me.
Well, that I wouldn't know at all. You didn't see anyone in the halls?
No, I didn't. Well, Miss Witch, are you ready to testify now? Yes.
Very well. Would you care to begin the investigation?
Yes, Miss Witch, where were you this afternoon when this trouble occurred? What trouble? The trouble about the audio. You asked me that question before.
Well, I believe at that time that you agreed that there had been some such trouble, but that you did not know the exact cause of it. Is that not right?
Those are your words, honey.
I find this in the transcript. These are your very words written here.
Those are my words.
Those are your words.
My, I certainly do talk, don't I?
Well, you did at that particular time.
Well, how would I know anything about this? Why, no, this afternoon I was writing love letters when suddenly this report came to me that the audio had not gone through. With a start, I jumped up from my desk, spilling an entire bottle of ink over my lovely love letters. Then, without warning, I rushed to the engineering room, there to be greeted by long faces and sad voices. They said the audio did not get through tonight. That's all I know. I tell you, that's all I know. I don't know anymore.
In the previous statement...
I don't know anymore.
Just one moment, please. Now, let's be calm. In the previous statement, I believe you stated the audio did not get through this afternoon. Now I find you've changed it tonight. Now, which are we to believe?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember.
A little while ago, you said you remembered distinctly.
Well, I don't remember saying that either. Beulah, now look.
Now, let's get back to
Let's
facts.
not get dramatic. Now, let's really find out. You really want to know what happened to the audio this afternoon?
Yes, we do.
I'd like to. I'd really like to know what happened to the audio this afternoon. Why don't you get some of the engineers working on it?
We had them working on it.
Well, something probably went wrong. Well, something,
We know
yes,
something
we
went
left
wrong.
You and Ollie and all the rest of them in charge. Well, let me take a quick gander at it.
You were the last one seen going into the control room.
Wait a minute. Who took that bobby pin? What bobby pin? That little bobby pin that was down there by the do-all.
Kukla, you gave me that bobby pin this afternoon.
Well, sure, we were looking for a bobby pin for Fran's hair. She wanted to fasten her scarf to her hair so it wouldn't blow away this afternoon. And we...
Who worries about an old bobby pin? My goodness, there are thousands of them around here.
Kids, I have news for you. Would you like to know why the audio didn't go through this afternoon?
Well, I certainly would like to know.
Because you were wearing the main connection.
The main connection? Well, how can that be?
I patched it up last night with an old bobby pin. I didn't have time to complete the repairs. That's not my job. I'm not maintenance. I'm engineering.
Well, that's a terrible thing. My goodness, what will people think of the way we operate if we patch things up with bobby pins?
Man, we better just let it go as is. I kind of... Let's change the subject, please.
Well, how would you like me to change
I'm
it?
very embarrassed. It's our fault all the time.
Well, can they do it again? Is it something that can't be redone?
Well, it could be fixed, I think. Right?
Well, I hope so.
But, could you, Oh, let's not have any more of those Never mind, Beulah. Fran, could you sing a song or something real quick, something.
I could sing one we didn't use the other day.
Oh, everybody loves somebody.
You like that
Oh,
one?
I love it.
All right. Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your smile just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in my heart keeps saying my someplace is here. If I had it in my power, I'd arrange for everyone to know your charms. Then every minute, every hour, they would see what I see in your charms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, you have made it well worth waiting for one love like you.
That was lovely.
I'll rest my case.
We're not much of an investigating committee, but
Not very much.
at least we found out what caused it.
Yes, we did.
We found out it was us.
What? Dolores, not the telephone wire. That's what happened to the... You mustn't do that. You just mustn't do it. You just don't eat telephone wires.
Dolores, have you had your supper? No. Oh, no wonder.
Well, you're hungry, I
Well,
suppose.
of course you are, but we mustn't eat the telephone wire. Just remember that.
Go and wash your face here, and we'll get something to eat. Hmm?
Yeah, we'll be right down.
Certainly.
Yeah, that's it. Be a good girl. And remember, Dolores, for the best in recorded music, it's RCA.
Victor.
Here's the album everybody's been waiting for, Margaret Truman's first Red Seal recordings, her endearing album American Songs. In this unusual collection of 10 songs, some dating back to Revolutionary days, Miss Truman is joined by the Robert Shaw Chorale. Another brand new RCA Victor album is Barbershop Harmonies by the City Service Green and White Quartet. They're all here, down by the Old Mill Stream, Moonlight Bay, Mandy Lee, and 6 more old-time harmony favorites. Both albums are on 45, of course, and on 78 RPM records, too. Hear them soon at your RCA Victor record dealer. The musical director of Kukla, Fran and Ollie is Jack Fascinato. The producer is Beulah Zachary, the director Louis Gomovitz, and the costume designer is Joseph Lockwood.
And this is Bert Hillstrom thanking you on behalf of Kukla, Ollie, and all the Kukla players. Good night.
RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in television, first in recorded music. Kukla, Fran and Ollie came to you from Chicago.
NBC Television.